Welcome back to another episode of T-shirt cooking. For today we're trying another new recipe, and this time it is the LOTUS cookies that we'll be using. We'll be making a cream cheesecake with the Biscoff smooth cream. It's something like a spread of some sort. Never actually tried it, so I guess this is gonna be the first time for me and whoever else has this. It's only 5 ingredients, very simple recipe. We have heavy cream, we have the cookies, we have some butter, we have cream cheese, we have the spread. That's it. I'm just gonna briefly explain what it is we're going to do. We're gonna take one of these. This is an 8-inch circular pan, pot, whatever. I have a piece of parchment paper in there. I'm gonna spray it with the pan. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make the foundation. So we're gonna take 200 grams. This is a 250 gram pack. We're gonna take 200 grams of cookies and we're going to put them in here with some melted butter. That's why I have the pan warming up. And then after that, we're gonna make the foundation with that. We're gonna press it down. Then we're gonna put that in the fridge. While that's in the fridge cooling off, we're going to take the cream cheese and a half of this container and we're gonna mix it together to make a flavored cream cheese. But at the same time, we'll take the heavy cream and we'll put it in this machine and have it spin for about 5 minutes just for it to get whipped. Then we're gonna combine that with the cream cheese that's flavored now with the Biscoff spread. We'll put that in pan, pot, whatever you wanna call it. Then that's probably gonna sit for a long time because we're gonna have to wait for that to get hard in the fridge. It could take an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, we'll see. Plus it's also starting to get very late at night and it's my 3rd video of the day, but it doesn't matter because for the T-shirt cooking subscribers, we do whatever we gotta do. Now this pan's burning, so we're gonna put the butter first. We're gonna melt it and we're also gonna blend some cookies. So we'll do that, we'll move some things out of the way and we'll get started. The foundation has been done. What I did was I put all of the cookies that were scrambled with the butter, put it on the bottom, made a foundation that is as smooth as I possibly could. Maybe I could have used something to press down. Doesn't really matter. I forgot to put the pram spray. It's all good. I'll put this in the fridge now. While this is in the fridge, I'm gonna put the heavy cream here to start spinning. At the same time, I'm going to be using this hand mixer for half of this Biscoff spread container with the cream cheese that should be softened by now since I've cut it open and had it let it sit out for a little bit. Guys, remember, just keep it simple. All these YouTubers try to act very important and pretentious and give off the impression that they're all chefs and specialty bakers. They're not. This is really simple. Just follow the steps. It's super simple. If I could do it, you could do it. All right, and we are back. So we did exactly what I said we were gonna do. Now it seems that it's not as dark as I thought it would have been. Maybe I should have put a little bit more than half the container of the spread, but this is what it looks like. I mean, it is whipped and it does seem a bit soft, but I think in the fridge, it might harden up. So you know what, now that it's soft, it might even be easier to spread. We'll see. Usually applying this cream cheese mix is always the most difficult part. So we'll take out the base. And now at this point, I will still spray the palm just on the side. And now I'm also wondering, I think I made too much for an 8-inch. So we're not even done yet the assembly, but I feel like I may have made a miscalculation here. I thought an 8-inch round would be enough for this quantity. Perhaps I could have maybe put a little bit less cream. Instead of 400 milliliters, maybe 300. But look, let's put it and let's see. Oh yeah, this is a lot. Okay, I'm gonna try and push this down here and maybe remove some of the air and we'll see what we could do to make it fit because we even have topping that we put on top after this, which I'll get to explaining in a second. Immediately judging by how tall this is, I thought it would have only been maybe halfway. This is probably for a 9-inch rather than an 8-inch circular pan. Now what I'm thinking is this will take a lot longer than 1 hour in the fridge. So you know what, because it's getting really late now, I'm thinking of putting this overnight and continuing it tomorrow morning and we'll see what it's like. Because all we're gonna do tomorrow morning is we're gonna take this Biscoff spread, we're gonna melt the rest of it and then we'll just apply it onto the surface. And then what I want to do is just like move it around a bit just to level it out and make like a glaze on top. And maybe if we decide to get artistic and cool, I'm gonna take the rest of the cookies, I'm going to grind those up and we could just sprinkle it. And then, you know, we have our little topping. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call it for tonight. We're gonna put it in the fridge and we'll see what it looks like tomorrow morning. Good morning, guys. It's day 2 of this recipe. We woke up nice and early, about 8 o'clock right now. Got the recipe done. We pulled this out of the fridge and I said, whatever it looks like, and that's what we're gonna work with. And it seems to be looking just fine. I took another another 50 grams of the cookies, so the remaining of the box, grinded them up, all but one. One of them I was thinking of just putting in the middle as a decorative piece, but we'll see what happens. The rest of the jar of the spread, I put it in here, and I have a double boiler going on over here, and I'm gonna melt it. And then what I'm gonna do, once it's fully melted, I'm just gonna pour it on top, and we're gonna let that sit for a bit just to, I guess, solidify. And then that's when I'm gonna put the crumbs as well. And afterwards, maybe I'll let that sit in the fridge for a few minutes, and then afterwards we're gonna try to unbuckle it and open it up. This is probably the last time I'm ever gonna make this recipe, first and last, because I've been adding up the costs. And apart from, you know, the cookies were $4, the spread was $6, cream cheese was $5, the butter was probably another $1 or so. The 35% cream is, I think, $3. So I mean, this is probably one of the most expensive t-shirt cooking recipes, and this is only an 8-inch cake. Yeah, we're not making this again. We can't afford to make this again, really. That's why we need to hit that 1,000 sub goal. We're at 353 at the exact time of filming. Right now, 353, we're less than 700 away from hitting monetization. Remember guys, if you like this video so far, sub, like, comment. Anyways, now I will attempt to put this just like this and hope that it spreads out on its own. I will manually help it a bit. Maybe I could even just tilt the whole thing. That worked out better than I expected. I feel like when things work out too well on this show, something's gonna go wrong. All right, we did that. We're gonna put this cookie in the middle like that. Okay, that wasn't in the middle. I knew there had to be something that went wrong. I dropped a cookie on it and it's like 60-40 in terms of center. Well, that's just how it's gonna be. And this, I assume, just like maybe like this. How am I gonna do this? Maybe with a spoon. I use my fingers because I always like to use my fingers when I cook and bake, which people keep saying is unhygienic, but I really don't care. My hands are clean. Everything's clean in this house, except for the sink because I did dishes this morning. Maybe just like this on the outside. All right, it looks like I had a lot more cookie crumbs than I had anticipated. I just wanted to do a small little edge, but here it looks like half the thing now is full of cookie crumbs. So I mean, I don't know what I'm doing here. I guess I'm just gonna push it to the middle maybe. I don't know, I didn't, this was not part of it. Like most things in my videos, this was not part of the plan. But at this point now, it's just looking like it's a top layer. Oh well, that's what it is now. Just wanted to do a little decorative thing, but instead we made an entire layer. That's what happens, tried to get too artsy, and now I'm paying the price for it. But we adapt. Here at T-Shirt Cooking, we always adapt. Okay, this is what it looks like. This was not the result I was looking for. I just wanted it to be just on the edge, but it turns out I had a lot of cookie crumbs, and at the cost of these cookies, we weren't wasting it, so we just topped it all off. Now it looks something like this. Won't tilt it too much. What we're going to do is put this back in the fridge, and we'll see what we get in a bit. I'm gonna try and, I don't know, maybe clean something, or I don't know, figure out what's going on over here. It's still the morning. We are back. All I did was some vacuuming. I did some dishes, and I did some other morning chores. Took out some garbage. This should be good. It was in the fridge. We're gonna open it up. Once again, this is the most expensive t-shirt cooking video in my opinion. And open it up, see what we get. I'm bringing this to a birthday party tomorrow, except what I'm gonna do is when I bring it to the birthday party, there's gonna be one piece missing, the testing piece. So I'm gonna show up there with the cake with one piece missing, and that will likely be a conversational piece that I will then use to promote. Oh, what's going on over here? That I will then use to promote t-shirt cooking. I'll say, well, you know, you gotta watch the video. Then you'll know what happened to that other piece. Okay, we're gonna do this first, just to make sure. We're gonna pass the knife lightly on the side, just to make sure that nothing is stuck, because I went to separate it right now and it feels stuck. All right, guys, I think we did it. We took out the piece. This is what it looks like. I think we did it. I don't know how solid this cake is. Should I just not do a taste test for the video? Because now I'm scared if I'm gonna cut this up, something's gonna happen. I don't know. What do we do? I'm asking the viewers, what do we do even though this video is coming out in maybe 2 months? I don't know where we're gonna, you know what? No taste test. No taste, that's it. Cancel it. No taste test. I feel like, I don't know what it is about the stability of this. I just feel like once I cut one piece, it's gonna fall out. Now the problem is this birthday party is tomorrow and I don't know how I'm gonna transport this. We didn't get there yet. I should have just left that thing back on. Who knows? Maybe I'll clean it and I'll put it back on if that's even possible, but I just feel, you know what? We will try, or no, we won't try a piece. Guys, this is the Lotus cake. I think we all came here just to know how to make it. We know how to make it now. That's it. We know how to make it. You guys know how to make it. How solid is this? It is quite solid. You know what? No taste test. No taste test. That's it. That's the video, guys. Sub, like, comment. There you go. We made a cake. This was probably $16, $17 to make. Hard times right now. I had something else to say, but I forgot. But you know what? That's it. That's the video.